Dr. Manmohan Singh, India's 13th Prime Minister, who died on December 26th at the age of 92, never really had a voice that could be called firm and vigorous. It always had a slight tremor to it, which gave the impression of an unsure man. He was anything but that, as became so quickly evident on July 24th, 1991, when he made his first annual budget speech as the country's finance minister. I was in the press gallery of India's parliament watching and reporting the speech for the New York-based weekly newspaper India Abroad and its international wire IANS. Barely 3 or so months before that, as the government of the then Prime Minister Chandrasekhar struggled for its political survival, I had reported a debilitating crisis of India's practically empty foreign exchange reserve coffers. I was told by one of the highest sources in the Ministry of Finance that India had barely enough foreign exchange reserves to pay for 3 to 4 weeks of imports. That was virtual bankruptcy for a country of some 890 million people in 1991. It is against that backdrop that Dr. Singh gave an extraordinary speech that addressed every macroeconomic aspect of his proposed reform. What stood out for me was his glowing reference to Mohandas Gandhi's philosophy of trusteeship. This is what Dr. Singh said in his 31-page speech. For the creation of wealth, we must encourage accumulation of capital. This will inevitably mean a regime of austerity. We have also to remove the stumbling blocks from the path of those who are creating wealth. At the same time, we have to develop a new attitude towards wealth. In the ultimate analysis, all wealth is a social product. Those who create it and own it have to hold it as a trust and use it in the interest of the society, and particularly of those who are underprivileged and without means. Years ago, Gandhiji expounded the philosophy of trusteeship. This philosophy should be our guiding star. The austerity that Gandhiji practiced and preached is a necessary condition for accelerated economic development in the framework of a democratic polity. The trusteeship that he prescribed for the owners of wealth captured the idea of social responsibility, unquote.